Okay, so first you're going to take your white and you're going to make a small white circle in the center of your paper. It doesn't have to be perfect, just as centered as possible. Then you're going to scoop up some of your blue and you're going to mix it into the white. Now I took a little bit too much blue on my brush. You want to use just the teeniest little amount on the corner of your brush and then completely mix it into the white on your plate. You need to completely mix it until there's no more streaks. Then you're going to paint a circle around the circle that you made in the center of your paper. This should be a tint of blue, which is the white mixed with blue. Then you're going to get a little bit more blue and mix it in with the tint that you had just made. This will make your tint slightly darker. Once it is completely mixed, there are no streaks, then you're going to go ahead and take this paint and paint it around the other circle that you just painted. You want it to be right up next to the other circle. You don't want to leave any sort of gap. Then you're going to do it again. You're going to take your blue, scoop some up, and then completely mix it with the paint that you had made. And you're going to do this over and over and over again until you reach a color that is similar to the blue that you started with. All right, now we're going to start working on our shades. And before we start working on our shades, we really need to clean our brush really good. So massage it against the bottom of your water cup. Really good. Get it pretty close to clean and then dry it off and get the rest of the paint off of your brush. Your brush needs to be dry before you start mixing your shades. So now you're going to need the blue that you started with, and you're also going to need some black. And what we're going to do is, instead of mixing our blue into the black, we're going to go the other direction. We're going to mix our black in with the blue. And we have to do this slowly because black is a really strong color. So just take a little bit of black on your brush and then mix it in with the entire blob of blue that you have on your palette. Now, I don't have a messy mat underneath my artwork like I really should, okay? Because you're definitely going to be getting paint off of your paper. So make sure you have a messy mat underneath your paper, okay? And you're going to paint around the circle that you just did. Now, you're going to start going off the edge of the paper, like I said, and that is okay. You might have to start kind of jumping around, okay, where the paper, there's no more paper for you to use, okay, and that's okay too. So just go ahead and paint off of the side of the paper if you need to, and then kind of you'll have to start, you'll see I'll start kind of jumping to each corner, okay. Okay, I finished that circle, so I'm mixing more black in with the shade mix that I had just made. Mixing a little bit more black in with it to get an even darker shade, okay, for my next ring. Now once you get close to black, you can go ahead and just paint the remainder of your paper black. Just make sure that your entire paper ends up having paint on it. So now we're ready to go ahead and add some of our animals. First, we're going to be adding them in pencil. Now you might not be able to see them super well on the video, okay, but I'm going to press a little bit harder than I would just so that you can see them a little bit. Okay, I'm starting with a turtle, and you'll notice I started with an oval shape. You want to start all of your animals with whatever main shapes they are, and then build off of that to build your animal. Okay, simple shapes are a lot easier to draw, okay, than an outline. So start with your simple shapes. Maybe it's an oval, maybe it's a circle. Okay, most fish and turtles and jellyfish are ovals or circles to start, and then add your fins, your legs, your arms, your tail off of that. So I'm going in with my pencil first. I'm drawing all the animals I want. You want to draw them not too small, because if you draw them too small, you're making your life really hard when you have to go in and paint them, okay? Don't worry about the lines that are inside of your animal, because we're going to be painting the entire animal black, okay? This is a silhouette of your animal. So don't try to add eyeballs or scales or anything like that, because you're just going to paint the entire thing black. You'll also notice that I'm trying to draw my animals as if they're kind of swimming around in a circle, okay? And that's just to kind of add to the effect of the circles on my paper, okay, just so it looks cohesive. Once all my animals are drawn in to my liking, I'm going to get a really small brush, some black paint, and I'm going to go ahead and paint over the entire animal. Now, if you are in an area that is really, really tiny, you need to make sure that you're using the very, very tip of your paintbrush to do those tiny areas. That is going to give you the smallest surface area, is if you're using the very, very tip of your brush. Okay, so make sure that your brush is on its tippy toes. Okay, it's straight up and down, so you're getting the smallest surface area to get the smallest line. And you're filling the whole animal in with black. Nice and slow, taking your time.